Hey, Zero, how are you? Still waiting for people. The comments kind of are delayed, so forgive me for that. My phone is charging up. My phone is charging up, so I can't see the comments earlier like I'm used to doing. But I'm good. How are you? It's always good to see you. Um, in light of things that's going on today, I I wanted to kind of discuss what's going on. I don't want to be the only one talking. If anybody want to, not anybody, but people that I know who they are and they're not a troll. I have to know who you are. Um, I can invite on the panel. Um, what are we reflecting on? Actually, the current events that's been happening to Black people, in particularly over the last few days. sometimes I wait a little while, and these are stories that I just didn't want to immediately speak on. Just a minute, just a minute. Just a second. Okay, I wanted to reflect on the Minnesota case where the police put his knee in that man's in his neck. Hold on, I'm reading something. I'm sorry. Um, I was just reading something on George Floyd's neck, and we watched on the video. Someone was videoing, and we watched and basically saw a man being murdered, in my opinion. Then I wanted to reflect on Central Park Karen, how she made it seem like she was being attacked by a black man, and she made up a scenario. And other cases that has come up, you can't even jog. A black person, um, mainly a black man, is not safe, in my opinion, in America. So, as black men, I want to tell, I don't want to speak for you. I can tell my opinion, but I bet you it's the same as yours. But I want to invite anyone that wants to speak on it and see how they really feel about what's going on. What's the underlying problem? And for me, the bottom line is hatred for black people, basically hatred for black men. Black men being murdering for jogging. And whatever reason they come up with, the people who are doing these things, they in their minds, they're the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Fortunately, in Central Park, the guy left, the lady was not there anymore, because with what she was saying to the police, and the conversation was recorded, is that he was attacking her. So if the police would have come, and the guy who was recording telling her to put her dog on the leash, and she's making it very plain that it's a black man, would he have been given a chance to explain? Or would a knee been on his throat? And then they find out later, okay, for what? But still, people are dying for what? So that's the question. That's the discussion. What's really going on? Even in watching some of these reality shows where one in particular, the guy in Nigeria was marrying a white woman, and they had to give Usman, that was his name. They had to get a blessing from his mother, and his mother, the number one reason that she said she didn't want her son to go to the United States is because, and this is her words, paraphrasing, because white people don't like black people. And she was afraid that he would become, her son would become her, his wife's slave. So even over in other countries, they realize the men in the United States are being targeted. So that's the topic, Zero. That's the discussion. And that's what we're going to reflect back on history, what history has shown us from day one. Like I said, I do not want to talk through this whole live. Hey, D Jockey. Hey, SP. So if some people think this live is too deep for them, then, maybe they shouldn't join in. Maybe maybe they just this is not their cup of tea. However, it must be discussed. And you know what, guys, we can't even march because of quarantines right now. And we can't do anything in that manner because, number one, I feel like there would be more casualties. And like I said, I had to sit on these topics for a while in order for me to speak calmly. Testing. Okay. That's okay. Just wanted to make sure everybody hears me. I don't have anything against God Loves Me 1SP. I really don't. Um, my plan is to just sit on it for a while. My plan is to unblock her. I just wanted everyone to take a breather away from this situation, that occurred. But due respect, 1SP, let me handle my channel. Uh, that's okay. That's okay. It starts off this way. People have come in, they left. So if you feel uncomfortable with it being just you and me, and I really don't want to go into deep detail about what the subject is with just you and me. I want other opinions. I said it on my page, SP. Okay, I said it when everything was coming out because things to me could not be handled on my page, on my channel. Um, it wasn't fair to me because I didn't have anything to do what was going on. Nothing. It just all played out on my channel. I just did that to try to undo some things, but my intention is to let things cool down and unblock her. SP, I was brought into something that I shouldn't have been into. It's none of my business what's going on with certain people. None of my business. My channel is not a drama channel. And it wasn't before, and I was determined that it would not be a drama channel. And if people want drama, they have to go someplace else because I can't, I can't say that I love the Lord and I'm part of stirring things up. Yes, we can give our opinion on things and we can give our opinion on things and we can say what we feel, but I was all that took me by surprise, and it hurt my heart. I'm telling you, it hurt my heart to block her. But that was just a temporary solution to cut down with it being on my channel. You are the coolest person on here. You do not need to have it. I don't, SP. I don't need it. I don't want drama. I don't want. What do you do on your page? Basically, SP, I see you praying. I see you talking about the Lord. I see, to me, it's positive, lifting me up. Put yourself in my shoes when you know what kind of content you want on your page, and then something that you don't even understand why it's happening on your channel. Now you have an idea what's what, still you have no dog in that fight, like, okay. But then I had to do certain things because I didn't know what was happening, if I could undoing. So I had to give like a even playing ground for each person to see if that would help. But I don't plan on 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 having God loves me blocked. It's just blocked. But the thing is, I don't want none of what happened to happen again on my channel. Not on my channel. If people have a problem with each other, okay, do it on your channel. Say what you want. And and basically whatever you say, I don't want that in my spirit. So keep it, if people want to listen in because people like drama, then okay. But I have to I have to do what I have to do. I have to do what I felt was best. And thank you for saying I can respect your decision because Push come to shove, it was being played out on my channel. It was brought here. And I know people want to voice their opinions and say what they need to say and protect themselves, and they have the right to uh, protect themselves and to say their point of view, but you don't have that right on my channel. You do not have that right on my channel. You don't. You had a right on your channel, but you don't have the right on my channel to let everything play out. So that's the way it is for now. In Proverbs, King Solomon reminded us that if a person loves correction, then that person loves knowledge. Yeah, but we also have to consider who's doing the correction. Who's doing the correction? If you're doing the correction, then you have to be at a certain level, of understanding. You can't correct someone if you ain't got it right. So if a person don't have it right and they have the wrong understanding of something, how I'm sure King Solomon uh made it clear. But you have to be at a certain level before you go around correcting people, because you could be corrected for something that that person have no idea of and don't have the solution or the knowledge to correct you. A fool is not going to come along and correct me on something they have no idea what they're talking about. So it's like if more people don't come in, then more people won't come in. Uh, I'll just, if you guys don't want to talk about the subject at hand, if you guys don't want to talk about it, then I will do a quick live. Um, I stopped worrying about watch time because YT has not been fair. And so I'm only going to do what I think and say what I think is relevant. But as far as clicks and views, watch time, that's just the icing on the cake. But I'm just not going to worry about it because being monetized, sure, we all want to be monetized, but it doesn't pay my bills. So why should I worry about it? I'm not going to make up any, because SP, look at this. If I want that watch time so desperately, I would have milked what happened when all of us was in here. I would have milked that till it became unmilkable, till it was dry. If I wanted watch time, because people love drama and they would have flocked to this channel to hear it. Check my live videos and you will see which ones have all those numbers of people viewing. And don't get me wrong, at the end of the time with the replays and everything, yeah, my lives have got good response overall. But if you check those 2 days when all that stuff was being unfolded on my channel without my consent or knowledge until it was happening, and so where are they now? Because people just want to see people argue. People want to see name calling. People want to see the drama. And then when the drama is over, they're gone. So I can't worry about that. I will make do of this. And it don't matter if two, three people here, it don't matter to me. I'm just going to do what I felt like this channel is supposed to be about. And I won't sell my soul in the process. I will not. Everything I do, and I'm not saying everything I do I feel good about, but that's my intention. Everything I do, I look at the fact, okay, what if Jesus was in that room, in the room with me now and sitting in that chair? Would I talk about the same things? Would I have the same energy? Would I trash people? No, because ultimately nobody got the power on where my soul goes but the Lord. So I must please Him first. I am not a person who focuses on trying to fit in with society. If you want to be an actor on the box office, then build your own Hollywood and your own movie there. And you know that's right, SP. You know that's right. We have to feel good about what we're doing. And I'm not knocking nobody. If they want to do the drama channel and they want to do this and whatever. And some people are excellent with it. You know what I mean? Some people just know how to pull in the people with the drama. But I don't feel good about that. I don't. It hurts my heart when my channel goes in a direction and then I'm trying to pull it back in the direction that I feel is fitting. If people want to have um, serious conversations, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But I don't think that we have to drag someone or bully someone or stalk someone to have a successful channel. Look at Beloved. Okay, every now and then she's had to say some things, but ultimately she eats. Ultimately, she eats. Now, a lot of people bring drama with their comments, but for the most part, and this is not hearsay, this is what I know. And, uh, that's why she stopped reading a lot of the comments on her channel because it goes into her, all that negativity goes into her spirit, and she tried to keep things. Now they did put out a video with her and Nate, her husband, talking about the current events, and you can tell that Nate was particularly bothered by um, what was going on. He was particularly bothered about George Floyd being murdered, right? And I said murder because that's what I feel, my opinion, right before our eyes. And we can't do nothing but watch. That's some cold-blooded mess. We sitting here watching those videos. I knew the man after they said 7 minutes after, and this man stopped moving. He had said he could not breathe. I knew he wasn't. I knew he wasn't going to survive in my heart. And then after the story went on, and they said, he died. I believe he was dead when the ambulance came. That's what I believe. The ambulance took him to the hospital, and if they didn't say dead on arrival, I don't believe he was not. He was. I don't believe he was alive, and I believe it was intentional. I believe these things have to be discussed and talked about because this is what's happening in our world. But unnecessary stuff, no, no. Quilty, hey Quilty, how are you? I am good. I am great. I Sunday, Monday, and yesterday I didn't do a live. Sometimes you just have to regroup, and I felt myself having to just you know just have woosah moment. You know what I mean? SP says, if you want to be an author on bestsellers list and build your newspaper on your publishing company, this world is too big to fit in with someone's click. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's like do it with your own company. Tell your story on your own page, channel. Run your channel the way you want to. Quilty says, I'm great. I reviewed it too. Okay. Okay. So it's just these unfolding things that's been happening and we're seeing on the news. And I don't see a solution to it. Not at this time. Because certain laws, the way things are ran, the writing of, the way things are written into our laws, it just doesn't seem like to me that that black people, okay, we gotta do this so we'll protect everybody, all the citizens. No, I basically believe that, it was not meant to protect me, protect my son, my daughter, my relatives, my neighbors, people that I don't even know of color around this country. It just wasn't. I don't even know. The only thing I can think of is the whole system have to be redone and rethought of and revamped, restructured. That's the only that's the only solution I see. And so, as P says, when the founder of RC Cola got fired from Coca Cola, he did not stop making cola. He made his own. Even after Pepsi's success, he still stepped out on faith. Go to a vending machines and you will see RC Cola invented cola in a can. See there? You know, if you want to prove a point or be successful in something and it don't work out, build build your company the way you want to build it, and make sure you get what you want out of the deal on your own turf, on your own territory. um maybe this subject of George Floyd, maybe it's too deep for people. But I see everybody talking about it, and people might say, "Well, Marilyn, you waited too late." No, no, I waited when I felt like I wanted to talk about it. That I can, because when I saw all this unfolding, I was fit to be tied. Like, I am so sick of this mess. I don't know what to do. I'm sick of this. And so I feel like it was too, because I'm a sensitive person, believe it or not. I'm a sensitive person. And I just think it was too soon for me to speak on it. Now, and I'm learning even more, even when there's other things coming out, when people die and it's mysterious circumstances. I'm learning. Don't hop on that story. Sit and wait. Wait for you to get more information about it before you speak on it, because then tables turned, and then it's like Miss Minnie from Little People of uh, Atlanta, Georgia, when she was killed in that car accident. The first report that can you see the above comment about cruelty? Wait, let me go. Let me go on a live because I'm getting my comments delayed. Hold on. Delayed. I'll turn the time. Was it? Let's see. Oh, it says, I finished binding 5 quilts. It felt great to step away from some things on YouTube and get back to what makes me happy. Oh, I didn't. Let me see. Let me go up. I see it now. I see it now. I missed that one. I missed that one. Yeah. Get back to things that you enjoy, and actually, actually it's like what I want to just stay on things that's relevant to me. I love to cook, so you guys seen all my cooking videos. Um, I try to find those human interest stories. Good day, Ossie. No, you're not late. You just did time. And getting back to Miss Minnie, let me just say that before I lose my thought. At first, it was brought out that she had gotten killed in a car accident from a hit and run. And it's like, oh, those cowards, they could have stopped and this and that. But then it came out that for whatever reason, I got my thoughts about that. Whatever reason, she lost control of her car and went into ongoing traffic. So it was a head-on collision. But see, I'm learning to just sit on something for a while before I report on it to see and wait for more facts to come out. And so that's why I did not want to, jump on the stories that's relevant in the news right now of George Floyd and how he died needlessly, where Ahmad is jogging in Central Park. I forget what section of the Central Park, but I can't remember. And he, in my opinion, he was hunted down like a dog, and now they want to cover it up like he was a suspect and he was peeking in. Well, oh yeah, 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 trying to show. videos that I think was made a while back and it was good, they, oh, we can use this one to show him doing this and that, and you can't tell who it is. So that's basically, that was basically the subject of just reflecting on what's going on right now, what's really happening in the United States, where people are murdered for the color of their skin, and then cover ups. I just, and we could all say, okay, they're gonna reap what they sow, and all these people who are perpetrating this and doing this and that, they're gonna get this. Yeah, but for me, we have a supposedly legal system, and so they should go through that system now and not wait for God to punish them. God will deal with the soul, but we need to deal with the body. Quilty says those quilts have purpose. Two for children's charity. Oh, and one for my BFF's birthday in Tennessee. To to have on hand for gifts doing my give back work is rewarding. I should say so. I should say so, Quilty. And you know what? That's funny that you mentioned charity work because, and trying to find a positive human interest story, which I think your story is good. You're giving to people, you're saving some for gifts, and so you're giving. Um, I was reading a story about what is her name? She played in gosh, what is her name? But anyway, doing this quarantine thing, she was saying that is different. All of us may be self quarantining right now, but her circumstances is different. You know, a lot of people. She said she gave a example of a mother, single mother with 5 kids that don't have food. But was what she did was distribute, I think she said 5,000 meals, if I'm not mistaken. And people just drive, and she had people to help her. People just drive by and she give them a meal. And when I saw about how many, and like I said, 5,000 just keep ringing in my head, and I hope I'm right on that. And only because that was 5,000, Jesus fed the fishes and the loaves to 5,000. And I don't, and that just kind of stuck in my head. But don't it feel good, Quilty, to give? Don't it just feel like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of her name. Oh, I can't think about her name. But to be able, oh, I would love to do that. To be able, and especially these times when people just don't have, you know, enough money to get all what they need because they're spending it on, you know, medicines and food and shelters, and don't even have enough money to cover all those necessities. But gosh, it must be feel good to be able to do that. I'll try to find her name. Um, she played in Figures. Let's see. The movie Figures with Octavia. I can't remember that. Hidden Figures. Hold on. I'm not gonna be satisfied, guys. Janelle Monet. That was her name. That played with Octavia Spencer. So to be able to just help some people that this whole pandemic thing has caused to, you know, to not have enough money to eat and to be able to supply that need, yeah, that's a good thing. Quilty says, my core is about including others. I've never been one to alienate others. I have more than enough. Oh, that's such a blessing, Quilty. And so, what you're doing because you have more than enough, you're sharing with others. S.K. Mills, wow, what? Yes, yes, Janelle Monet. And am I don't even know whether I'm saying her name right, but you guys Google Hidden Figures. That's the movie, and she played in that. So she basically saying, it's not it's affecting everybody, but it's not affecting me the same way. It's affecting people, uh, that don't have the kind of career I have, and they might not making thousands and thousands and thousands of money, at one time, uh, that they barely making things meet, ends meet, and after that, they don't have money for food. He said, "I always help myself to second helpings." I bet you do, Ozzy. um, Ozzy, I fell asleep on Tam's. My phone had a little bit of juice left in the battery. So I said, well, let me charge it up while I'm doing it. I'll just listen because I find out me going back and forth, it for some reason, it uses. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, everybody was gone. Even the host, everybody was gone. I said, okay, I guess I could turn my phone off now. But I was there. Quilty says, "Oh yeah, I made 10 face masks too this weekend. I was a sewing fool." And you know what? I have a sewing machine and I have all these projects. In fact, one of the ladies in my neighborhood, a few doors down, she made masks for everyone in the neighborhood. I live in a small community. And I washed it up real good, and yeah, I like it. In fact, I like that mask than the ones that I actually bought. So yeah. Hey Deborah, how are you? Everybody, Deborah's in the house. Deborah's in the house. Wilkie's in the house. Oxy's in the house. SP's in the house. Some other people's in the house. They go. I know who else was in the house. Um Zero was in the infinite was in the hells. Yeah, let me see. What was I try to remember when I come to you guys channel so I can, give you guys a shout out on your videos. I bet. Oh, Quilty, have you thought about making how to's, tutorials on how you make your quilts? Just do a how to. I I a lot my sister and my niece, they're into that. I mean, don't go to the material store or the yarn store with them, the craft store, if you don't want to be there for at least, and I'm not exaggerating, at least an hour, and a lot of times 2 hours, because they have a passion for it. Beautiful, beautiful knitting, crocheting, quilting, just beautiful. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing good, Deborah. I'm great. I was just talking about the things that's going on right now with people just being murdered for no reason, and how disgusted I am with it. Um, and I know that'll change the mood and everything, but I think sometimes you just have to talk about things and not hold it in. So I feel like, before you guys came in, unless you guys want to continue talking about it, I've purged that. I've cried over it. I've prayed about it. Um, I had some videos up for a year. I had a troll. I'm redoing my channel. It would be better when I go, okay, okay, Quilty. Okay, yeah, yeah. Trolls, I block them. I have it's some trolls going on right now that I think it's the same person, but they be on like all your videos and lives, and you like barely get a upload a video, and it's like 2 seconds, and they was talking about, you want, oh, great video, you want to be friends, and then I wait a little bit, and my numbers have went out. They haven't watched nothing. Then they, let's be friends. No, no, I got something for you. Let's be friends. I got something for you. Um, Click, you blocked. Because I just don't trust it. They don't, and everywhere I go on people channel is like the same ones. The same, trolls. It's like, wow, they get around. So it's like, yeah, when it's obvious to me, and I look in, and it's like they don't have any faces, any avatars. They always have symbols, these strange looking symbols. And so I check to see, how, if they have any in the history of whatever videos, and they just yep, you get infested. Yes, you have to protect all your real stuff. Exactly. Exactly. And get rid of that comment, Quilty, because YouTube don't like that word subs. So yeah, but you're right. You're right. I don't know how savvy they are. So it's like I got to get rid of you because I don't know what's up with you. Quilty, bigger and better, girl. That's Aussie. Remove your statement, Quilty, with the subs. YouTube don't like that word. But I don't want to remove it. You can remove it. I wrote a letter to Google, YouTube today about the current situation. I asked them to reset my channel. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. It didn't show. It shows on my phone. I wonder why on the YouTube side, but it doesn't show on the StreamYard side. I see. Yeah, yeah. But I agree with you though. I agree with you. But it's like, SP and I was talking before you guys came in, you know, and I was just telling them how I wanted my channel to be positive and not to say we can't talk about serious subjects and everything. I'm not talking about that. But just having a positive and vibes to it, a positive energy, and that I have to I basically don't want a drama channel. And like I said, I'm not knocking nobody else's hustle because I'm telling you, some channels have the drama channel of this or that and what have you, and they be banking, with the monetization and the subscribers and viewers. But that's just not the direction I want my channel to go. When things start happening where YT was taking my watch time hours, it showed me that I had to go back to my original plan as far as coming on and just having a good time and enjoying you guys and discussions back and forth and not concentrate on the clicks and the views and that the clicks and the views are just icing on the cake. But ultimately, I got to enjoy this to do it. When this becomes to the point where I'm not enjoying going live and talking to you guys and make trying to make you laugh, or you guys trying to make me laugh and lighten up the mood, and which is good because you guys light up the mood, and it refreshes me, laughter, the laughter. But when I get to that point where it's not enjoyable, and I start looking at coming on here like I did from going to work, the job I retired from. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Quilty says, I love your topics. I didn't know about Little Richard's father. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And see, that's the thing, Quilty. I wanted to, it's like people just think that I got this from an article. I didn't. I've been watching Little Richard's life for a while. There was a show that I don't watch it anymore, but it's a show where pastors would come on and gospel singers would come on, and then people would teach and whatever about the Bible, whatever. And so Little Richard, not just that channel, but Little Richard would come on some of the channels that I watched, and so I could see the transition of when he was trying to get away from the entertainment world, because of what that meant for him. And it may not mean it for a lot of people, but what it meant for him. And then come back and just go to his roots, because his roots is he grew up singing in the church. He was Baptist, and then I think he's Seventh-day Adventist, whatever. And even went to the university, I think it's Oakwood or something like that. So I watch some things. So that video that I did about quilting, I did not read an article. I've been knowing something. Oh, them sticky ribs. Okay, okay, quilting. I just finished the last ones last night. I'm telling, yeah, Aussie said, yum. Ooh, you got to try it, Aussie. And you don't have to, use the kind of rub I did. And you can, but, and if I put some things that you don't like in there, just leave it out. But taste it and see what it needs. I'm telling you, those were finger licking good cookie, and I hate to pat my own self back, but it was delicious. Cootie says, no, I could tell this was your fact finding and love how you put it together. You're so observant. Thank you, Cootie, but it was. And some people didn't know because that's the way I did podcasts. I would take an article and do their spin, and then I would do my opinion and what I thought, threw my little stuff in. But you know what? I suspect, I don't know for sure, but I suspect those are the videos, and I was accused of reusing content, and I was not. I was saying with the article, but when you do that, you have to put in new information, your opinions. You have to, put some extra stuff in there in order to do it. .com. Hello, being Maryland at LC Quilty and Room. Yeah, you have to put, hey, welcome.com, welcome. Thank you for joining us. At this point, you could just, we're just bringing out things, what we feel is really going on, what we like about uh what we want, how we want our channel to be, what things that interest us, and we can try to bring it out with our our videos or podcasts or what have you. That's what we're on right now. Ossie said his older brother, Big Richard, is well known in Australia. Big Richard and Little Richard. Are you pulling my leg, Ossie? Big and Little Richard. I don't even know how tall Little Richard was for him to be called Little Richard. It doesn't seem like he was very tall. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like he was very tall. Although, he's been in a wheelchair. He had been in, before he died, he had been in a wheelchair for a long time. A long time. .com says, I read your about page. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, .com. Um, I did a welcome video too. And I just wanted people to know what I was all about. Was he 5'2", Aussie? Big Richard is 5'2". Stop it. That's how tall I am. So you saying he was the same height as I was? Okay, okay. He didn't seem like he was very tall. And .com, I did the welcome page just to let people know uh what my channel in entail, because one day you might see me cooking a meal, mine or either, home chef. One day you might see me do a podcast about an entertainer or story time about my life. So it's like I said, it's so many layers of who we are. I just don't feel like I want to just do one thing. Little Richard is the same height as Aussie. Out loud. Okay, now Aussie, you being funny. He said Big Richard is 5'2" and Little Richard, what did he say, is 5'10"? Ah, okay, okay. That part I didn't know. I didn't know about how tall Little Richard was. Um, it just seemed like he wasn't very tall, which I think 5'10" is like average height, I think, don't you think? For a man, for a man. But anyway, I just want this to be a positive page. I want this to give off a certain vibe. And so I just think that if I talk about certain things and show you how to make certain dishes, like you were talking about that sticky those sticky ribs, hey, be prepared. Cause it'll make you, you won't have to wash your hands so much. You just lick your fingers after you finish some sticky ribs. They were delicious. Delicious. Like I said, I put some in the freezer and then I didn't feel like cooking last night. I popped them bad boys out of the freezer, put them in the microwave on reheat. Had me some potato salad on the side. Oh, I'm making my own self hungry. But yeah, uh, Quilty says average. Also, you just got called. I know I didn't mean it like that, Quilty. I didn't mean. See, you trying to start some stuff, Quilty. You trying to start some stuff. Also, no, he's not average. He's not ordinary. Aussie is extraordinary. Get it right, Quilty. Get it right. Yeah, but those little things like that, I really didn't know he was 5'10", and because to me, like I said, but when you're sitting in a wheelchair, I mean, it's not like he would have shrunk or grew. He just didn't seem that tall, and you notice people more. I think if they're in the well, I noticed more when he was in the wheelchair. What you say? I see. I like that, and you know that's right. I know Cootie was kidding, but if it was somebody else, I'd say, "Ooh, you trying to be messy, messy boots." So, do you guys get? I'm just curious, Aussie. Do you guys get a lot of our news through your channel, or I imagine being in Australia, you would get so much of Australian news that maybe you guys don't get as much as what's happening over here. So I just want to know if you get, you know, any of the news. Yes, I did. I left he said, Marilyn, have you heard the song I recorded for Cruelty? The beautiful, beautiful girl. Yes, I heard it. I danced all over your video in the comments. I danced all over. I needed a partner. No, not really, because I can dance by myself. But yes, I like it. And you were saying that that was just one take or whatever. I guess you're just going to, let us hear. It seemed like you were just letting us hear what was going on at that time. And when you finished, you know, we probably would get it on what, iTunes. Yeah, Australia is very. Oh, really? Australia is very Americanized. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to visit Australia, but I would love to. But gosh, it takes so long. I'm not really a fan of flying. I'd rather go on a boat, a ship, and or on a train, and that's kind of not what's going on. But maybe in the future they'll have something a little bit faster to get there, I guess. But I would love to see all, I've watched things on TV and very interesting. It's just, I love to travel. I love to visit, other countries. Um, it's just, I have to psych myself up to fly. I have to really psych myself up to be in the air where, I'm going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Quilty says, I think she commented on you. I did. I did, Quilty. I commented on the new song. You saw me dancing around, say, hey, hey. I'm still catching up. That was practice. Yeah, I think you did mention that, you guys you was letting us hear that. Aussie said, it's Quilty, I will settle for average. No, you don't. Don't you settle for average. Deborah says, have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for coming in. I know you probably cooking or doing many things, but I love that you always stop by and support me, even though I know you are busy, busy, busy. You always make time for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Quilty says, good night, Deborah. Good to see you. She's so positive on her videos, and she will show you how to cook some things. And I think the last one, if I'm not mistaken, the last video she was cooking squash and onions. Think that I have only a few of the people that cook that I watch, but yeah, because I don't try to watch everybody that cook, you know. Quilty says, good night, good to see you. Aussie says 20 hours, Melbourne to Florida. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the plane. Or a couple of planes. That's not nonstop, is it, Aussie? Aussie is saying good night to Deborah. .com says later, all been nice seeing your channel. Till next time. Thank you, .com, for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have a great evening or whatever, wherever you from. Just have a great day. And I do appreciate you coming in and stopping by. I really, really do. Quilty says, I'll fly to California. We can fly to Australia together, Miss Marilyn. We would talk the whole time and go quickly. That would be great, Quilty. If I get scared, I will hold your hand. Quilty says, thanks for stopping by.com. Aussie says, he's saying bye to .com and great to see her. Yeah, thank you guys for, for inviting people to my live. Um, because I did have such a, before you guys came in, like I said, I had such a serious discussion, and when it was going down, I'm telling you, I knew, but when I heard this guy had died, it just hurt me. You know what I mean, guys? It just hurt me. Uh, Although I knew it was, but to actually hear that he died, it hurt. Um, and so, like I said earlier, a lot of stories I just wait on, and I try. I'm not going to immediately jump on something when it comes out because you know not only does more things come out for me, my feelings, I can express myself better without me being so emotional. Not that my emotions have disappeared, but I can express myself better if I'm not all crying and stuff. And a lot of things in the news, make you cry the way people do people. It's like, now you know you wrong, Like I said, forget about that. They, gonna reap what they sow, and God's gonna get them. Okay, that's the truth. But you know, they need they need to pay here on earth too. Quilty says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Marilyn." Oh, okay, thank you, Quilty. It's just, I just, I just don't like to. Well, let me stop. Okay, thank you, Quilty. See, Outlaw says 20 hours. That's just like watching 10 movies. Actually, yeah, maybe even less. If it's a good movie, some of the movies, be have you glued to your chair for an hour and a half, maybe some or two. I think, remember Independence Day? I think that was close to 2 hours, wasn't it? And that, I mean, if you watch a movie like Independence Day, maybe it can be close to 5 hours. Like shoot, you know, I mean, not 5 hours, five movies. So yeah, I would love to visit Australia and just I don't even know what part, what state. Um, I just know from things I see on TV. See, some of you guys, Aussie, I know you're familiar with San Diego, so you gotta feel for at least, you know, California, some of California with San Diego. I'm not really that far from, you know, San Diego or Palm Springs, but you at least been here and you have a feel for it. I don't even have a feel for any place, as far as touching down and visiting and touring South. But for me, when I go places, oh yeah, I like to go on some tours and everything, excursions. But I like to, I like to get around the people, like what's really happening, you know, uh, hometown folks, what's going on in the neighborhood, and not so much going into like one. I saw one thing. A couple went to Australia and they went into these cages um, where the sharks were, and that sounds fun and that sounds great. But I wanna get, I wanna walk around and be amongst the people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And okay, on the weekends, what you like to do? What? Take me to take me take me to see your homeboys and your homegirls, take me to be amongst your friends or whatever. And let's put some shrimp on the Barbie. Okay, I'm getting better. See, I'm getting better. But yeah, I like to just do that. See, get the feel of Australians, you know. Is it similar to what I like to do? Is it just a different location? But hey, I like that because I do that, in California. And that's what I want to know. Because basically, it was a movie out with Will Smith a while back, 6 Degrees of Separation. So, see, I like that comment. I like that comment, Quilty. Yeah, because it that airplane food too. Like, to bring my own snacks. So I guess the airline would be Qantas. Qantas? Is that right? Will Smith movies are always so moving. You know, okay, it's two of them. My favorite two movies of Will Smith is I Am Legion, but my number one Will Smith movie is um and then I go blank. 6 6 pounds. Is it 6 pounds? It's not 7 pounds. You know what I'm talking about. I think it's 6 pounds. Those are 6 pounds is my favorite. And then my second. And then the third is Independence Day. Aussie says I never fly Qantas, way too expensive. Really? See, I didn't know that. What do you fly, Aussie? Because that's the only one that I really know. Um, which one do you fly? Because I don't know what airlines you have in Australia. Do you have Delta? Do you have? Oh shoot, I went blank again. But you know, something like what we have over here, because I don't even know. Well, probably LAX. I know Ontario Airport probably wouldn't have Qantas, but LAX probably have it. It depends. Singapore Airlines is one of the best. Oh, okay. Probably reasonable too. Uh, Aussie says no Delta, don't fly international. I did. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I think that's. I think that's only the states. Qantas fly everywhere. Okay, okay, okay. With their expensive sales. Yeah, I um I should have known they were expensive, but they probably feed you better than the smaller ones. Because I remember, wow, that's not the last time I flew, but I was a minor. I was still a teenager. And I went on one of them airlines, me and my brother, and he wasn't the age of drinking either. But you know, they offered us drinks in those little bottles, and I took it. I gave it away because I didn't want no whiskey or nothing like that. But it was just like, now doggone well, I don't look like I'm legal to drink. But they offered it and I took it. And I think they were offering drink to everybody because we were delayed and, and it was going to be you know, it was going to be a couple of hours, whatever. So they was, what do you want to drink? So they gave us those little bottles and I did, when I got to Chicago, um, I gave them away. Quilty says Virgin and Delta do fly to Australia. Do they? Okay. I wasn't sure. Aussie says into say Indonesia, we have an Aussie carrier which is owned by Qantas called Jetstar. Fly them. I've heard of Jetstar. Yeah, I've heard of Jetstar. Aussie says, "Oh, I stand corrected. I've never seen a Delta plane here. United flies too. Okay, United, Delta. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, you guys do have, some of the same. We have United, we have Delta. I've heard of Jetstar. Also, yeah, I think Delta is co-owned with Virgin. Okay. Also says Vietnam Airlines was kind of okay. I flew around a bit in there. Okay. And also says Quilty. Oh, I didn't know that. And Quilty, it sounds like you've been kind of see, comparing the fares, the airfares, because I do think I remember us talking about you going to Australia because of a cruise that of course, couldn't go on because of what's going on. So I can consider you the expert because you probably been checking. Aussie says we have Virgin for local and Virgin Blue for Asia. Okay, okay. One day, Aussie, you're gonna have to come up and uh what did you Maui? No, you didn't say Maui because that's Hawaii. You was talking about somewhere that you went. And I said, "Oh, that sounds good. I would like to hear about your experience." I forgot. Start with an M. Cody says, "Yeah, I was going to see a friend in Tasmania." Oh my goodness, Quilty, you get around. Every time I hear, I know it's gonna sound silly, but every time I hear Bali, that's it, Indonesia. Okay, Aussie. That's what I say. It starts with a B. I'm thinking M. And that's why I probably said Maui. Quilty, every time I see that word Tasmania, I think about that cartoon with Bugs Bunny. I'm being silly, but I do. With the Tasmania devil. And for a long time, I thought that was a made up thing, but there really is a Tasmanian devil, after years of watching that cartoon and then to find out it is a such thing, animal as a Tasmanian devil. But anyway, every time I see that name, I think of that cartoon. Aussie says, funny, Quilty and I discussed the Tasmanian trip a year ago, roughly. Tasmanian devil. Yeah, they say it's a such animal. I thought it was just a cartoon. I'm gonna Google it. Tasmania is beautiful. I can imagine. I can imagine. Tassie devils are horrid. Let me Google it. I thought I saw on some kind of National Geographic documentary that there's a such animal as a Tasmanian. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just Googled it. I just Googled it. And it was once native to mainland Australia, now found only on the island state of Tasmania. Wow. Look like a rat to me. Yeah, to me it looked like it's a marsupial Carnivorous marsupial. Ooh, they get kind of big. The males get adult 18 pounds, and the female, ooh, gets 13. So they are horrid. Ugh. And they say that they're not dangerous. They do not attack people, although they would defend themselves if they're attacked or trapped. Well, what most things will. Devils may look fierce, but they would much rather escape than fight. However, devils have powerful jaws, and when they do bite, they can cause serious injury. Oh, I don't have to worry about me messing with it. With the Tasmanian devil, don't even sound like something I want to mess with. Yes, I see. I was thinking about that. In fact, they're bigger than my dogs. They are the size of a small dog. Wow, like a cat. They eat the entire carcass. Oh, they don't leave nothing, huh? Like people. Ew. Ah, cruelty. I agree with you. Ew. I've never heard of anyone being attacked. Yeah, they say pretty much they say you got to be going around bothering them because they're not gonna bother you. They pretty much would not like to deal with you, which is fine with me. I don't go around bothering nothing and nobody. Yeah, but I had to Google it because I heard that you know there was a such thing, but I saw it on the cartoons. And as a kid, it's like, and you grow up and say, that wasn't real. But yeah, they are. But guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to I'm going to end this live right now. Um, I thank you guys for coming in. I have been the last time I went live was Saturday. So I took Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. I needed to, guys. I needed to take a breather because I have been doing, back to back lives every day except for Sunday. And I just needed to, I just needed to get away. And I promised myself once a month I was going to take maybe a Saturday and Sunday or a Sunday and Monday so I could have a back to back. Carol Baskin should have fed her husband to a Tassie devil instead. Who? Carol Baskin. Who is that, Quilty? Carol Baskin. Should I Google that? Should I know that? Probably, huh? Let's see. Okay. Okay. What happened to Okay, I'll read about that. Okay. I'm gonna have to read about that and refresh my memory. Quilty says, enjoy the rest of your day, sweet Marilyn. Much love always. Thank you so much, Quilty. And if you guys put a post out. If you guys go live, let me know. Like I said, I fell asleep on the last one, charging my phone, and everybody was gone when I woke up. I just rolled over and went back to sleep. But anyway, thank you for joining me. You guys are always supportive, and I want to be the same only because you guys. I love just having you guys in my lives and go into your lives and just have a good old laughing time. So maybe this subject, was a little bit too deep and people just, was bombarded with it when it first came out, but that's okay. I'm going to always do what I feel on my channel, and what happens to a subject, what happens, happens. I'm not going to change the way I do things for clicks and views. So I appreciate you guys always being supportive. Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Ooh, can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed him to the tigers. Ooh, they snacking. What happening, Carol? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to read that, Aussie. I might have heard about it, and with so much happening, fed him to the tigers. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm a research that. You got me interested. You got me intrigued on that one, because I know I watched a channel on my satellite with those kind of cases, and they build up the story and why and what and all this. So uh, it might have been that I saw that case on that show and just watching it all the time, just forgot her name. But anyway, yeah, thanks for that update, Aussie. I'm gonna see what's going on with that. So anyway, guys, thanks again for coming. I'm gonna end it right now. I appreciate you guys and have a good evening. Bye, everyone.